Hey, Bucs fans, welcome back to Real Bucs Talk. We are going to do something different today. We are going to do a live stream mock draft, round one, covering all 32 teams. So, Mark, it's something different, something we haven't done before, but I'm excited about it. And how are we doing today on this great Monday as we get closer to the NFL draft?
I had the day half off from work. So, like I said in the past podcast, they're bringing our hours down at work, even though just because it's not as busy, everyone's staying at home because of this COVID-19, this weird, unprecedented time that we're at. But again, the Bucs are always there. Always good and fun to look forward to something else that the Bucs are going to do, and we have the time. Let's talk about draft.
Yeah, so let's get it started. I believe Mark's going to go first with the odds, and I'm going to take the evens. So yeah, let's make sure our audio is good. Throw that out there.
Yeah,
if you're joining us, feel free to ask us anything and throw it out there, and we'll, if you guys have a certain player you want, considered with the pick that we're doing, let us know.
Please. All right, but let's move on. We're going to move over to the actual draft, mock draft simulator, and that is none other, I'm pretty sure everyone knows this, but it is through the Draft Network. Our friend JC Cornell and Tampa Trev, everyone knows him. Trevor Sikkema used to be of Pewter Report. He writes for them as well. Great little mock-up, pretty much what it does. Mock drafts, and you can make your own big boards, and there's a whole bunch of goodies. Let's put it that way. But for us,
good sites.
We're going to be the experts. So we're going to start our own mock draft so you can do it with us here. So we're not just going to be the Bucs. We're going to do the whole 32 teams. So let's select all. Let's jump in. This doesn't matter. Normal, manual. We're starting at 1. Let's do this. Start draft. And I will be up with the first pick. And unlike how NFL.com is doing recently with taking Chase Young at number 1 with the Cincinnati Bengals, I don't know how the hell they could do that. Obviously, yeah, Andy Dalton's there. They made it apparent that they don't want him anymore. So I see no other option besides the Heisman Trophy winner who lit up the world like we talked about again, Joe Burrow. I think this is the easiest pick in the draft.
Cue the music.
Cue the music.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, as Roger Goodell comes out, first pick is in. It is Joe Burrow. I think no one has to argue about that. It's pretty much been set in stone since midway through the college season, and it should have been. I don't think there's anyone else besides Chase Young that could give it any fight for it. Well, how do you feel about that?
No, I agree. I think Joe Burrow, is the obvious choice. I think he's been their choice for a long time. So I think it's a really good selection.
All right, you're up. Plus, what are the Washington Redskins going to do with the second overall pick? The team needs. What is that?
Yeah, Washington, I think is really where it could get interesting. I know there's been talk of maybe possibly taking Tua Tagovailoa. So it could get interesting at 2, but I think they're going to be smart about it. Ron Rivera usually, has invested in pass rushers before, and I think he's going to get the best pass rusher, and that's Chase Young out of Ohio
State. Chase Young, okay. Again, another no-doubter. I think that's how it should go. And now comes the outlier, Detroit Lions. I'm not going to... I think there is a way to do trades in this, but I'm not going to do it. I believe there is, correct?
Yeah, I think you have to be signed up with their premium.
Hard pass.
Yeah.
Let's move forward. So we got the Detroit Lions up. I guess this is where it can start getting tricky. They're still not going to go quarterback, even though that's predictive board tops. No. A lot of the names are Jeffrey Okuda.
Mm-hmm.
Is usually the high big name, considering they just traded away, Slay. What's his first? Darius Slay.
Right.
So, I mean, that could be an obvious. He is a very elite cornerback. I truly believe that he could be that high. Number 3 for a corner is, that position value that we talked about. But, hey, teams just do what the hell they want to do. So, I would honestly say, yeah, Jeffrey Okudah is your pick is in. Cornerback out of Ohio State. That one.
Yeah, that's a great selection. I think, like you were saying, I think that could be a possibility where they trade down and maybe still get Akuda. Other options could be Isaiah Simmons. I think also could be a potential fit. You also look at Derek Brown. So, but with that being said, New York Giants are up. Dave Gettleman, he likes big people. He likes people that have size and power. And I'm going to throw one outside of the box here, and I'm going to go with Mekhi Becton.
Wow.
Out of Louisville at the 4th overall pick.
What's that?
What's that?
What's that?
You said Mekhi Becton.
Yeah, Mekhi Becton.
4th overall.
Yep.
They go on base purely on potential. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what they're thinking right there. I mean, 4th overall. You took it. You're the GM.
Yeah.
I think everyone, Giants take Wirfs is what Rendak said.
Right.
He would say Wirfs
could be another
over,
possibility.
Yeah. So I mean, pretty much either way, both of those are potential picks. I mean, to me, the best tackle in this draft is Jedrick Willis, even though he's pretty much ranked the last on this board. They're thinking future. Hey, Mekhi Becton probably is the most ridiculous freak out there, but yeah, I wouldn't see Wirfs or Becton. I could see those two being options.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of how Dave Yeoman thinks. I mean, he loves guys that are just rare in size, and I think Mekhi Becton could be definitely in play.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. Build the lines too. Help out Saquon.
Mm-hmm.
Give Daniel Jones an actual opportunity to stay on his feet. But Dolphins are up. This is another easy selection for me. I think they run up to the board if he's available. Again, we're not doing any trades, so I think they wanted Tua in the beginning. I think it was tank for Tua, but they were trying to do early on. And if they can still get Tua at number 5, I think they just easily take that decision. Again, easy for me. Maybe other people think differently, but I'm taking Tua. And now?
Yeah, that's a great pick. I agree with that. I think Tua and Miami make a lot of sense, but there's also, that there's rumors out there that Miami loves Justin Hubert, but, I think Tua could be most logical fit for Miami. With that said, now up San Diego, and this is another spot where I think it could be very interesting. Do they go quarterback or do they go left tackle, since they did trade Russell Okung to Carolina? So, yeah, I mean, very interesting. I still think they're going to go quarterback. So I have Justin Hubert as the pick.
You going Justin Hubert?
Yes, as the pick to San Diego.
Nice pick. I think that's an obvious pick that they should do. I mean, you're going to tell me they're going to go into the season with Tyrod Taylor as your starting quarterback, and you're confident with that, with no future behind him? I don't know. Oh, and plus, supposedly you sound far away. So.
Okay. Let me see. How about now?
You sound loud to me, but we'll see with how everyone else feels.
All right.
So stay there for now.
Okay.
But while you're sitting there waiting for people to talk, let's see. 7th pick, Carolina Panthers. A South Division foe. I'm going to go with... I don't want them to get Derek Brown because I think he would be a monster. I think Matt Rule will go after best available athlete that can do everything, and that to me screams Isaiah Simmons. I mean, he lives that Bill Parcells motto of give me something I can work with and I'll teach him what to do. And Simmons can play safety, linebacker. He can fill in for Luke Kuechly. I mean, they're missing. Plus, they did lose McCoy, so that defense is hurting all over. But I think they'll go for fixing the middle and take Isaiah Simmons. Even though I think they should do this, but I think they will do that. What'd you think?
No, that's a good pick. Am I sounding okay now, guys? This looks like I am much better.
Much better, plus. Good.
Okay. All right, good. Maybe I was too far away. All right.
Thank you, Red.
Yeah, appreciate it. No, that's a great pick. Now moving to, I believe Arizona is up now. Arizona, they just acquired DeAndre Hopkins, so they don't really need wide receiver. Man, they could go a lot of options here. I think Derek Brown could be a potential fit. You're looking at, they still could go receiver if they wanted to. CJ Henderson could be an option. But I think I'm going to give him offensive tackle.
And we can change this up, too, if you'd like.
Right. I think I'm going to go with Tristan Wirfs here. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Hold on. Is the pick in? Pick is in.
Yeah, Tristan Wirfs.
Tristan Wirfs. Okay.
Yeah, yep.
Well, I agree with it. Actually, you got to get your quarterback some help, not just as in weapons, but protecting them. Kyler Murray can't just run away from everyone. But I agree. Jaguars, again, for me, this could be one of those where they just go all the way down here and take someone down here.
Right.
So the Jaguars are a tricky one. Their team needs interior defensive line, corner, safety, pretty much all defense, quarterback. That is true. Right now the quarterback is Gardner Minshew.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly could be Jameis Winston for all Jameis Winston fans. There's no quarterback available to take. I don't think they're going to take Jacob Eason or Jordan Love. I don't want to do this, but it's predictive board rankings. I'm going to have to go. Look, it even matches up there. My boy ain't going to make it. Mm-hmm. Derek Brown sounds the most right decision, but that's me thinking. I don't know how the Jaguars are thinking. Yeah, I'm going Derek Brown. Picks in.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I think you've seen Derek Brown, and you also seen Javon Kinlaw, being spotted there. Even C.J. Henderson as a cornerback. But again, they have another pick coming up later in the draft. So.
And again, I'm thinking my way of thinking. I'm trying to help them out, I guess.
No, that's a great pick. No, it's a great pick. I think Derek Brown is well deserved of top 10. So now we're on to Cleveland. Cleveland has definitely made some interesting moves so far in the offseason. I still think they need offensive line, and I'm going to go Jedrick Wills, who is probably the best offensive tackle in this class, and that's pretty much a steal at number 10.
So let's look at it. So all the Buck fans that are wondering where the hell these offensive tackles going to go. Mekhi Becton, gone. Tristan Wirfs, gone. Jedrick Wills, gone. So that's 3 of the top 4. We only got 3 more picks until we're up, guys. So This is how it could level out. This is just Buck fans thinking this way. But, these are all team needs. These are all areas where people have filled holes, and they have areas of need in the draft, and that's what they're addressing. The New York Football Jets, not the Giants. New York Jets. Look at that, another offensive tackle team need. They do need to save Sam Darnold. He was seeing ghosts against the Patriots not too long ago. It's probably because they were blitzing a lot and just rushing the passer. What happens? You're going to make bad decisions. But they're another team that makes weird decisions themselves. They took, what's his name, Leonard Williams a while ago when they really didn't need defensive help. So with me, I'm not even going to predictive board. Let's go player rankings. They might even do this.
Mm-hmm.
They may get them weapons instead of getting them offensive line help. And for Buck fans, I'm going to actually do that. I'm going to be a butthole, and I'm going to take Jerry Jeudy over CeeDee Lamb just based off of speed, route running ability, and the pedigree. I'm going pick is in. Jerry Jeudy.
No, that's a great selection. I think that makes a lot of sense for the Jets. I think you could also see, Kayla Chason be a potential option there, as they do need edge help. It looks like they kind of fortified their offensive line in free agency. Again, not big names that they got, but again, solid players, and that could definitely help. But with that being said, on to Oakland. I think Mike Mayock has done a pretty good job over there so far.
Clyde
And
Farrell.
yeah, I like that pick. So, looking at their needs, obviously, I think receiver. Looking at CeeDee Lamb and Henry Ruggs still on the board, I think they could potentially go there. I don't think linebacker is as big of a need now since they got Corey Littleton away from the Rams. So I'm gonna do
a lot of money too.
Yeah, a lot of money. So I'm gonna switch it up from the obvious, and I'm gonna go Henry Ruggs because John Gruden loves speed, and I'm gonna give him Henry Ruggs the third from Alabama.
What's that?
One more time.
What's that?
All right, we're going Henry Ruggs. Let's do it. Yeah. Speed to burn, buddy. Speed to burn. All right, San Francisco 49ers are up at 13. That's because they traded defensive tackle Armstead, correct?
DeForest Buckner.
DeForest Buckner. Forgive me.
Yeah.
I pooped the chute on that one. So, 49ers are up. Cornerback is a need. They're a smart team. Wide receiver, yeah, they do need more weapons, but I still believe they're going to strictly go with running that ball, making easy decisions for Jimmy G. So I don't think they go wide receiver. And they're going to think a deep draft. Again, smart organization. I'm going to say Javon Kinlaw right before us. So both defensive tackles are gone. They just replace their defensive tackle with Kinlaw. Pick is in. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a great pick, and I agree with it. And now our Tampa Bay Buccaneers are up.
Hold on. Let me talk to you real quick.
All right.
What are we going to do? You're the GM. You're looking at the board. I mean, Andrew Thomas is still on the board. You have Kayla Chason still on the board. What are you thinking? What's going through your head? Give me the nitty-gritty. Come on, Jason Light.
Well, I think I'm in a good position. I think, obviously, if I get a phone call for a trade-up, especially with CeeDee Lamb being available, I have to consider it, depending on how good the value is. But at the same time, I could stay put and take an Andrew Thomas, who I think could be a very good player for a long time, especially fill a hole at the right tackle position and also be your potential left tackle for years to come as well. Then you look at, Kayla Chason, I think would be awesome to put in our defense. So you got two really good options. But yeah, let's open up to, what do the fans think in the chat? You guys have any suggestions? Hit us up. Let us know.
Beef Tongue said Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson?
He said Bo. I'm looking. Where the hell's Bo? There's a find a player here? Let me check. Bo. Are we talking the same draft? Beef Tongue, if he was there, I'd 100% take him. But
yeah,
Bo ain't gonna go. So
no.
Who's your selection then? I mean, for me, my thinking is, yes, I agree with a lot of Buck fans, which is about 83% of our Buck fans in our Twitter poll, which was take a right tackle because obviously we need it. There's a big hole. DeMar Dotson's gone. Are we going to run with Joe Haeg? Is his name correct?
Right.
Are we going to run with Joe Haeg there? And then have no backup behind him currently? I doubt it. If a guy like Andrew Thomas is sitting there with his 36.5-inch long arms, whatever the hell he has, freakishly long arms, from Georgia, a team that loves to run the ball, started at right tackle, moved over to left tackle, so he knows both positions. That is hard to pass up. Some may not like it. Rent Dax said offensive tackle or I leave the stream. Hey, to be honest, with what's available, that's hands down the easiest pick to make. I mean, Caleb
I agree.
Chason is a really damn good player. I think he's very similar to Shaq Barrett in the way that he plays, but even more elite. But the need meets the caliber of player. And I think Andrew Thomas, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm going to take Andrew Thomas here and celebrate. I think he's probably the second overall tackle in this class, and to get him at 14, I think is a great selection.
We're making it. Rendax, you're going to be really happy. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Andrew Thomas, left tackle out of Georgia. Beef
right.
Tongue said Big Booty Judy. Judy was off the board, my man. Judy was a little higher, New York Jets. But, hey, so all Buck fans, I guess you're all going to leave now because you got what you wanted. You're elated. Maybe go get a beer or a cocktail somewhere. Enjoy it. And you hope it kind of ends up like that. I know some other people would have liked defensive line, but defensive line depth behind those first two guys aren't there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you would maybe trade out to find a better offensive tackle later, maybe a Josh Jones later, or Niang, the guy out of TCU.
Mm-hmm.
But with what was on the board, that's what we were comfortable with. So we both agreed on that pick. So let's go over to Denver Broncos, almost halfway through the draft. Wide receiver team need. What do you know? There's some good ones on the board. They have Von Miller. Who's the other guy on the other edge?
They got Bradley Chubb.
Oh, shit. Never mind. Never mind. How did I forget that? Chubb. They lost Wolf. So
Right.
I mean, I think it's kind of easily measuring up for CeeDee Lamb. But this is why people are saying the Minnesota Vikings could try and jump the Broncos to get a wide receiver. So if the Bucs can sit there and say, give me the highest bidder, give me your picks, give me your first two picks, Minnesota Vikings, and you can jump Denver to have whatever wide receiver you want. In this situation, CeeDee Lamb's available. So in this format, CeeDee Lamb is your pick.
Agreed.
Go ahead. And,
Yeah, that's a great pick.
And real quick, Beef Tongue said, I like the Thomas pick. I agree with you. Big fan of him from Georgia. And Rendak said, wide receiver for Denver. And he's right. Again, that leads to our point of Minnesota trading up.
No, yeah, I agree with both of those points. And, with Atlanta now up, I think they have some good options available. I think Caleb Chason makes a lot of sense. They could also go, defensive back and C.J. Henderson.
No, he's fallen right now.
Right, but again, that could be two potential options. But I'm going to go with the best player, and I think that's Caleb Chason.
And then we get pissed off.
Yeah, give him a guy off the edge, to pair up with Grady Jarrett.
Yeah, and then they lost another similar player in what's my dude's name?
Vic
Beasley, yeah.
Yeah, Vic Beasley.
Where did he end up signing?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he signed with anyone yet.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Well,
you know what? I think he signed with Arizona, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, that's your choice. But let's keep going on. Everson Griffin's still available, which is crazy to me, but we don't have that type of cash.
No.
So I'm up. Dallas Cowboys, America's team. So I'm looking at the board. Jerry Jones likes to go crazy. This should have been in Vegas, but it's not. It's all over video conference. What's he going to do? He's going to take J.K. Dobbins. No, he's not going to take J.K. Dobbins. What is he going to do? Is he going to stay comfortable? He lost his big... Was it Byron Jones? Is he going to want to fix that hole? Is he going to take C.J. Henderson? God, does he want to make a splash and take someone down the road? Nah. I just can't see a Gator fall that far. And there's not enough edges. Zach Bond, I'm not... No, he's going C.J. Henderson. Florida Gator. I'm kind of biased. I honestly was debating him or Xavier McKinley, but I went there. All right, so you're up. Miami Dolphins. They have their quarterback of the future to build around. Do they need an offensive lineman? Is there one available? What are you looking at?
Yeah, this is where it could get very interesting. Now you can start hearing some names that, are kind of, really you don't think of, but I think could come into play. Let's see. So, yeah, offensive tackle, I think could be the spot here. And I'm going to go with, you mentioned him before. I'm going to go with Josh Jones, offensive tackle from Houston.
Woo! We going down here.
Yeah.
He started as early second round pick after the Senior Bowl, went to like a late first round pick, and now he's number 18. I'm not mad about it. The dude has size. He has good polish. I mean, he just doesn't have the superior athleticism as some of these big boys up here, Mekhi Becton, Tristan Wirfs. He doesn't have that, but hey, I'm not mad about it at all. I'd agree with it. Good pick. Oh, Mike Mayock up again. My man. Gruden wants something with juice. Juice, okay? I don't care if he already took a wide receiver. Who did he take earlier?
Henry Ruggs.
Henry Ruggs. Oh, he already got some juice. Is he going to want more juice? Here he has Josh Jacobs. He has a great tight end. Henry Ruggs, damn. He's got a lot of juice. Well, interior defensive line. I'm not the big. A lot of people like Gallimore. I'm not a big fan of Gallimore. Let's check the rankings. And they got Littleton.
Yeah, they got Littleton. Yeah, usually.
This is where the nitty gritty, where people really got to know their shit here.
Yeah, this is usually a spot for like Kenneth Murray or Patrick Queen, but since they have Littleton in there now, can kind of expand. Do they pull the trigger on a quarterback like Jordan Love?
That's true. He's fallen.
But, yeah, I mean, they got options. You could go cornerback.
You know what? This is John Gruden. Rendak says, or Douglas O'Connor says, Raiders need linebacker. But, I mean, you just said they got Littleton. I don't know. Are they 3-4?
They are 3-4, so.
You know what? Fans made the call. I'm going to go speed demon Patrick Queen, very aggressive. If they're a 3-4, they're going to want to do something like we do. Doug, I'm going to go with you. I mean, this is one that could be up in the air. I was almost leaning to, yeah, they will get a quarterback because John Gruden won't want to make the same mistake of passing on Aaron Rodgers when he has a Jordan Love on the board. But I'll meet you halfway, buddy. There you go. Patrick Queen. Speedy linebacker out of LSU. Damn, they got a lot of those. All right, you up?
All right, so we're back up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I believe Jacksonville took Derek Brown, correct, with their first pick. So
yep, that was me.
Now, looking at it, they definitely need some secondary help.
Oh yeah, they need that.
They could also use a receiver.
They got a really good McKinley on the board. I'm just saying.
Yeah, McKinley, top-rated safety. Let's see. Who do we have available as far as receivers that I think could be a fit?
How in the hell do you even do that?
No, I don't like them. I don't like
Nah, don't even look at it.
I'm going to go.
Oh, here we go. There we go. Justin Jefferson,
yeah.
Jalen Reagor. The guys, we're learning this mock draft thing all together. So I'm not going to lie, though. There's plenty of wide receivers in this draft.
Right.
I'm starting from, like, here up. All these dudes are possible first-round picks, in my opinion.
Right.
All of them. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 of them there, and we've already taken, like, 3.
I like their safety group enough as it sits. I'm going to give them a corner, though, and I'm going to go Jeff Gladney out of TCU. He's a really good man-cover corner. That's something they like to do. So that's who I'm going to give him, Jeff Gladney out of TCU.
Jeff Gladney.
Yep.
Right here, corner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not going to lie, it's the first time I've heard this dude's name. I've been looking at corner because we've taken so many corners. This may be a Buck Suede podcast because we have had so many. I'm looking more at later guys, but okay. I'll stand by your word.
Yeah, he's a good man cover guy, so that's what they like to do.
I mean, Douglas O'Connor making some threats in this chat. Secondary or take your lunch money? Jeez. I mean, I'll take it, but I come home for lunch. I don't really have lunch money. I just make my own lunch, but okay. So let's see where we're at. 21, I'm up.
Yep.
The Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know if those rumors were true at all, that they were trying to trade for Julio Jones. But, again, a draft rich in wide receivers. I don't know why they would want to trade up. You got Justin Jefferson up there. Let's go check the other wide receivers. What else they got? Denzel Mims. Bigger body. And this is also cool. You can kind of click, see what the heck they're about. 6'3", like I said, bigger body, 6'3", 206. He still can probably fit into that frame.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Jefferson, he kind of does a little bit of everything. This is just speed demon.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I said, I like the wide receivers a lot more than everything. Will they go need or will they shock the world?
Yeah, I mean, with the Eagles, I mean, this is another spot for a linebacker here. You could go Kenneth Murray. I think that makes sense. But, yeah, wide receiver, I think that would be ideal.
I'm not going to go Justin Jefferson. People may hate me for this. I'm going Denzel Mims.
That's a good pick.
I think he's more potential than Justin Jefferson, even though Justin Jefferson is really good overall. Mims just can do a little bit more in my eyes. Xavier McKinley's really fallen. I was debating picking him. Did they lose their safety?
Who's that? Eagles?
Yeah.
I believe, Malcolm Jenkins, I believe, left.
Yeah. He's the Saints now, right?
Correct.
Ooh. Nope. Defense wins championships. Xavier. They pray he was going to be there, and now he's there. No, look. All right. Picks in. You up.
That's a great pick. Let's see. So now we're up with the Minnesota Vikings, who acquired this pick from the Buffalo Bills in the trade for Stephon Diggs. Obviously they have a lot of needs now. They're kind of reshaping their roster. They could use, defensive back, wide receiver, but they have 2 picks in this first round. So I'm going to go, looking at the board as it sits right now, I'm going to go wide receiver as well. And I'm going to take the guy that Mark was going to take with the last pick. I'm going to go Denzel Mims out of Baylor. I think that's a good upside pick for them.
I agree with that pick a lot. I mean, the Eagles probably should have taken him, but if McKinley falls that far, I really like McKinley a lot. Even though the last video we just did with Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he just shook the crap out of him on one of his touchdowns in that Alabama game. Great safety. Him and Grant Delpit are kind of head and shoulders above the rest, but I like your pick, Denzel Mims. Oh, the New England Patriots. I am the blessed one to take this. In this system, okay, hold on a second. We got some questions on the chat box.
Yeah.
Doug O'Connor said back-to-back wide receivers. It should have been, but I made a decision, okay, guy? So TB Teams 4 says, oh, my bad. Read it wrong. Oh, Jags picked him. My bad. Can't read the tiny print. In this system, unless it's Vita Vea. Leki Fotu is a later round pick I'd like to see. I fully agree. I think I mentioned this in the last couple podcasts ago. Could you imagine all that meat in the middle of our defensive line if it was Fotu and Vita Vea, plus the names?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh. I think I called it, I jokingly said it would be the buck and wall. Like, that'd be insane. They're monsters.
That's a lot of beef there.
Oh, yeah. Mayo beefcake. But let's keep going on with the draft. So, New England Patriots. Quarterback, wide receiver, edge. So, I'm going to say this. Patriots love. Ooh. That's what Rendax is saying. I'm going to say this. I'm going to not give them love for this reason only. I think Belichick's confidence in himself and the pride in himself is that high that he doesn't think he needs that because he's done it with all of them. He's done it with Brissett. He did it with
Matt Castle.
Matt Castle. He did
Yeah.
it. Who's the other guy? Garoppolo. He knows.
Bro.
He thinks you just put a guy into my system, it's going to work. And last year he just didn't have weapons. I think he's going to go with a weapon. If there was a Gator up here, he'd take a Gator, but there's no Gator.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to go SEC Justin Jefferson just because he can do everything. He can play that slot position if Edelman leaves based off of wanting to be with Brady or just sour.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting older as well. He's in his 30, 34 around there. I think he takes him. He does an all-around good job in everything, and he'd be happy to have Justin Jefferson available at 23. So my pick is in. I don't know how you feel about it, but that's what I think happens.
No, I absolutely love that pick. I think Justin Jefferson that's a match made in heaven for the Patriots. So, yeah, that's a really good selection.
Plus, he's going to team up with Keanu Neal. How the hell do you say his name? Is it K apostrophe? What's the wide receiver they took last year, first round?
I know who you're talking about, Henry Neal. But, he's really good. Or he's on the way to be good. So
Beef Tongue made a good point. Murray to replace Vinoy.
Yeah,
I'd kind of agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be a good pick. Also, I could see AJ Espinosa, being a potential fit.
Mm-hmm.
But with the next team up, another division rival, our New Orleans Saints. So with them, they could go multiple, ways. They're pretty much a complete roster. They don't really have many holes on their team. I think, linebacker could be interesting. I think Kenneth Murray would make a lot of sense. But, with Drew Brees, I think is pretty much in the last year of his time there. I think this could be the end. With that being said, they could go make an all-in move and add. I want to give him Jordan Love. I just think that I think that makes a lot of sense. But I'm gonna give him a playmaker on defense, and I'm gonna go.
How are you gonna say all this shit about Drew Brees and going?
I know. Go the opposite way. I really want to give him Jordan Love. You know what? Let's do that. I'm gonna give him Jordan Love.
Don't let me sway you. You're the GM.
No, I just feel like
I'm just a scout banging the table. But go ahead.
No, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do Jordan Love. I think it makes a lot of sense if he is there available. So let's go Jordan Love to New Orleans.
You're going Jordan Love.
Yep.
To New Orleans. You sure?
Yep. Positive.
All right, Jordan Love it is. So, I would say this. Wasn't there big news or rumors that they wanted Jameis Winston when he was in the draft?
Right.
I mean, big arm, can make all the throws. Jordan Love, similar last season as Jameis was his last season in Florida State. I wouldn't be surprised. I'll just be honest. They're very similar players. Jordan Love's a little bit more athletic. But, hey, hopefully a little bit better with the ball than Jameis Winston. But let's not get on that topic. TB Teams 4 says, Hills, the franchise, remember. And then he said, damn you, plus, all caps. He was pissed. Douglas O'Connor, Vikings get Senault. Spelling, he doesn't know it. Neither do I, buddy. But he's one hell of a player. One hell of a player. You know what? I would almost say instead of Justin Jefferson, Chenault for there because he is that damn good of a player. But Justin Jefferson is that good. With the Vikings, he's mentioning that. But they already took their wide receiver, buddy.
Right, Denzel Mims.
So, Vikings on the clock. Edge because of Everson Griffin gone. You have Zach Bond. He's kind of similar. He's a bigger guy.
Mm-hmm.
Or not bigger. He's 240. Jeez. I'm surprised this dude's out damn low. He's a 4'3" defensive end.
I think he makes a lot of sense there.
Where's he even in the predictives? This is it? No. I have him way higher in my boards. I wish I had my own little board here. I would think he's a steal at 25. If they can end up getting a Denzel Mims and then him, I think I'm wrong. Hey, my pick's in. And woo! AJ Espinosa is my pick, and I think that's an easy one. I mean, I really like him for even our pick.
Yeah.
If all the offensive tackles are gone, and if we decide to trade down, I would not mind Espinosa out there. I mean, he's pretty damn good.
I agree.
Use up Miami Dolphins with their third damn pick in the first round. Who do you want to take?
They have a lot of draft capital.
You had Tua first.
Yeah.
Then you went Josh Jones. It's a pretty damn good draft so far, plus.
Yeah.
Have you done this fantasy draft before?
Yeah, so looking at, potential needs here.
What? Do you want to look at interior offensive line?
Or
are you looking
at
defense?
I don't think they're going to go there.
You think defense?
I think, interior defensive line, I think could be.
I mean, they just lost Wake, right?
Right. So they could need, Gross Matos makes a lot of sense. I want to throw someone out of the blue here. I just feel like there's always that one guy that comes out of nowhere.
This name seems like it would come out of nowhere. What the hell is? I'll be honest, I have no clue who the hell that is and how to pronounce it.
You know what? You mentioned Zach Bond, and I think Zach Bond is a good fit here for Miami and what they want to do.
He's like a Calvin Oy, like someone said earlier.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give him that guy right there, Zach Bond, out of Wisconsin.
Okay, picks him. I almost hit Jonathan Taylor. Jeez.
That would have been a good pick too. They do need running back.
All right, well, the Seattle Seahawks, a team that drafts so damn well, they need a hedge. Why? Just because they lost Davion Clowney? They just drafted one last year, first round.
Yep, that's correct. They traded up for him too.
Yeah. I'm going to say they got a defensive coach. They know how to do their defense. I think they've smartly built their team through that. Even though Aaron Rodgers made them look silly a little bit. But that was more secondary, I believe. Give Russell Wilson some help, I would say.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying wide receiver. I'm saying just give him some help. They never draft running backs. Don't even say that if someone's going to say it. Beef Tongue said, fine, go running. Oh, Finn's go running back. Caesar. And they're the team that usually does something where you're like, what's that? Like, they traded up for our dude from TCU last year. What was his name? Loved him. I thought he was a good second, third round pick.
Yeah, Collier,
yeah.
Yeah.
No, risk taker. I may have to go with this because who's your offensive lineman? Let's go interior. Haven't looked into. I like that guy a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go offensive tackle. I'm going to go just based on board. They're smart. You know what? No, they do whatever the hell they want to do. We're going to go offensive tackle Austin Jackson. Seattle doesn't take ifs, ands, or buts from anyone. They do whatever the hell they want to do. They take an offensive line where someone's saying, oh, he's a second round pick. Well, he's our first round pick. And the pick is in. Go ahead. Russell Wilson actually has time to throw now.
No, that's a great pick. I think Austin Jackson is one of the more underrated pass protectors in this draft, just because of what he went through last offseason with the bone marrow transplant that he had to do, and so didn't really have full offseason of training last year. But if you look at his tape, I think for the most part he's really good. But let's move on to Baltimore, and I think this is going to be easy selection for me. I'm going to go Kenneth Murray, linebacker out of Oklahoma.
Didn't even have to be up here. Holy crap. Great pick again. Awesome athlete on their defense.
Yep.
They love that defense. I mean, Lamar Jackson just runs the hell around. Picks him. Okay, Tennessee Titans. They're up on the play. I think they have the run game. They have their O-line. They've lost Conklin. They would have wanted an offensive tackle to fall. To me, maybe the Boise State dude.
Yeah, and they did add Vic Beasley, so I made that correction earlier.
As you should have.
Right.
I think they like bigger. I mean, damn. Okay, that's big. Okay, I'll take Lucas Niang.
That's another good pick.
I hope he makes it the second round for the Bucs, but I'm gonna take Lucas Niang for them. This is getting to the end of it, guys. Okay, so this is where let's get some hype up, guys. All right, plus.
So now we're up with the Green Bay Packers, and
There's some good running backs still on the board.
yeah, I think there's some good potential options here.
Again, plenty of wide receivers. Jeez.
Yeah. Looking through it, I'm gonna go. Well, let's see. I like their corners. I know it's saying they need a corner, but I think they have a good group there.
Doug agreed with me. Niang.
Yeah. There we go.
You the man.
Let's see.
What you thinking?
I'm thinking I'm looking at the two, interior defensive linemen. I think that could be a good fit. But then I also look at the receiver possibility, and I like Jalen Reagor from TCU to give him a playmaker option down the field.
I mean, could you imagine Devontae Adams and Jalen Reagor?
Yeah, I think that's going to be my selection. So I'm going to go Jalen Reagor, TCU.
Jesus. That's scary. They don't need a tight end. Jimmy Graham, wow, he was really awesome over there. They need a Bubba Franks. That's what they need. For y'all that remember Bubba Franks, they just need a fat dude, big body, can block, and then in the end zone, throw it right in his gut, touchdown. But between the 20s, give it to Jalen Reagor and Devontae Adams. I really like that pick. Pick is truly in. Awesome pick, bless. San Francisco's up again. Cornerback, wide receiver to go with Debo. I took their defensive lineman, which they needed since they traded one away for a first-round pick. Dang, Dempa is sliding to round 2, Beef Tongue says. Well. Let's see. What was their biggest Achilles heel in the Super Bowl? They played their game right the first half. They just lost out on preventing the Chiefs from doing what the hell they do best, which is pass the ball at a high rate. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say they're still going to continue to run the ball great yet again. They don't need running backs, so don't even look at that. They don't want a risk taker. Do they want... They already have plenty of edge and defensive line help. Jeez.
I have one name in mind that I think could be a potential fit for them.
You know what? I'm going to reach into the fan bag. Even Swift is falling. Okay, Fulton or I'll cough on you. Douglas O'Connor, Fulton or I cough on you. That is truly surprising. Is that low? It is good justification. Richard Sherman is getting old.
Yeah, Fulton would be a good pick. The one guy I was going to suggest, and this might be a little rich for him, but I think he could be in there, is Antoine Winfield from Minnesota.
That is true. He's right here. He's not that far at all.
Yeah.
Small. You know what? Damn it, Doug. I agree. Jeez, no, I'm going Fulton. I didn't even see him up there either. Shouldn't even be that low. I liked him when he was a freshman at LSU. Damn it, good pick. So, last pick in the first round, guys. This is it. This is the end. Woo! This is it. What you gonna do? And make sure.
You better check your sheet.
Check the sheet. Who's gonna be 32nd pick for the Kansas City Chiefs? Andy Reid.
Kansas City, I mean, they don't have many holes. Again, Super Bowl champions. They have a really good roster in place right now. Looking at it, uh, they could definitely use, I think, some more horses up front on the defense as far as their front seven. I know they have Frank Clark, who's their main guy. They have Chris Jones back, but I'm looking to add. I think I'm going to give one of those interior defensive linemen, and I'm going to go with Ross. I think it's Ross Blaylock. Is how you pronounce it?
Ross
I'm gonna,
Blaylock.
yeah, from
You gotta get mean. That's
Right
the only
here?
way you can fight.
yep
There you
TCU.
go. I like him a lot too. And I think that's a perfect spot for him, considering they just tagged Big Boy. What's his name?
Yeah,
It's
Chris
not Chris Jones.
Chris Jones. Yep. Hmm.
I think great pick. Finalizing your draft. One moment. So, guys, let's go over it. So, Plus took Ross Blaylock at the back end of the first round. There's plenty of available picks. I wish they would have showed that. That's something that they should continue to broaden their horizons and add. What else was left available? But overall, I think we did a pretty damn good job.
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, big takeaways. I mean, no running backs in the first round.
Yeah, that was the first comment I read was Jordan Taylor to the Chiefs, and then all of a sudden, wow, no running back in the first round.
Yeah, I mean, as you can tell, it's a position that me and Mark don't really value first round material, and that's just how it fell. But also, another takeaway, you had a lot of offensive tackles. I think we had about 6 or 7 offensive tackles taken in the first round. You had not many edge players taken. I think there was only 3 edge players. So four. Okay.
4 and 7 offensive tackles. Jesus.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, mainly you had a lot of trench players. I think you only had a few secondary players. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think this is a draft that I think most of the teams would be happy with. At least I hope. I mean, maybe not the Saints. They probably don't want Jordan Love. I don't know.
So my thing is, I just asked it in the group chat. So where do you think one would go? A running back, that is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think here. I don't think here. Green Bay doesn't like to run at all. I mean, maybe if it's that low, I think they'd rather find.
Yeah,
Definitely not.
Yeah, I don't really see it with Kansas City either. I just think the way Damian Williams was productive last year, and the Chiefs like to throw the football, I just don't see that being an option. I think Miami at 26 could be a logical spot. Other than that, yeah, I just don't really see the running back, going first round. I think second round is where you're going to see most of the running backs go. I think that's the prime spot, second and third round.
Well, let me ask this in the YouTube chat. Who's the running back that you would think would go in the first round? And then for me, someone's Beef Tongue said Miami would have taken a running back at that pick. But my thing is, they already traded away. Who did they trade to Arizona? Why am I forgetting names right now?
Yeah, Kenyon Drake.
Kenyon Drake. I mean,
yep.
Honestly, the running back position is really that devalued. And when you can get a Kamara or a Kareem Hunt second, third round, I mean, why reach for a running back? I mean, look at the past really high running backs and look how they're getting paid. In Todd Gurley, he had 3 good years, and then now he's on another team on a 1-year deal, and his knees are shot. Then you have Cowboys dude, Ezekiel Elliott, crazy contract. The Cowboys are shitting the bed on that one, and is he worth it? Technically, yeah, because someone's willing to pay him it. But to me, that doesn't warrant a top pick. I mean, considering you got to build the line for this dude to run behind. I mean, for me, I just don't see it. Douglas O'Connor said Swift, Dobbins, or Stewart are first-round picks. Probably Clyde.
Yeah, I think he means Taylor there. I don't know who Stewart is. I think he's thinking Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, probably. He probably said Jonathan Stewart. But, I mean, Beef Tongue said Swift, easy. Probably Clyde, Teams 4 said. TB Teams 4 also said Chiefs, when they had Hunt, they were unstoppable. You know what? Let's go over to our podcast. But overall, looking at it, we just don't see the running back as value. Yes, GMs can do whatever the hell they want, but Miami takes no crazy picks, Doug O'Connor said. And Doug O'Connor said, yes, Taylor. Just to us, should Jonathan Taylor go first round? I think yes. And I think there could have been spots where we could have taken him. I mean, Seattle just doesn't like taking running backs high. They never do. That could honestly be one, because put a great running back behind an okay line and maybe he makes it look a lot better. It's the same way of putting an average running back behind a really great line. They usually look really good too. So it's how you look at it. Why just one round? Oh, Bunny, we can't be here all damn day. I got a wife. I go to sleep at night. All right, but I mean, really, I would think it'd be the bottom half of the first round if a running back went. I don't think Jonathan Taylor would go. I predict 2 running backs will go first round, and that's TB Teams 4. Hey,
I mean it's definitely possible.
Hey, I'd appreciate that. Let better players fall. Higher value players fall. That's my opinion. But, again, this is our first round mock draft, so we'll see how it looks. And, again, we'll probably do another one later down the road. Probably maybe let 2 weeks go, see if other team needs to get filled. And we'll see where we're going. But, overall, I think a lot of needs were met. And not just needs, but potential and future aspirations of where they want to go with their team and what they want to fix. Like the 49ers getting Fulton and another defensive tackle to fix what they just dropped. Javon Kinlaw getting in the first round, insane, and then Christian Fulton falling all the way to 31. That's a gift. But, I mean, they just took Penny in the first round. Rashad Penny.
Seattle.
Yeah. Bottom
I mean,
first round, yeah.
Yeah, Seattle's got Chris Carson too, who I think is a really good back. But again, that just shows you don't need to take a back, high, because there's guys like that. They fall through the cracks and they can produce. You look at San Francisco's backfield; none of them are higher than a 5th round pick. So, it just shows you what other teams think of the position. But I could definitely see it where running backs go in this first round. It just depends on, you can always have trades, etc., where guys trade up for certain positions. But yeah, I mean, I think it was a good mock draft. I think like Ren said, nothing too crazy. It was pretty straightforward. So
yeah, I mean, maybe we're playing on the safe side, but I mean, it's also positions where I feel like they should have taken, and maybe we're thinking too smart, because there will be a crazy pick where we're all like, do what? I mean, especially like look at the Raiders from last year. I mean, right. Henry Ruggs maybe at 12 was a surprise to me. I thought me taking Austin Jackson that high at Seattle was kind of a surprise. Lucas Niang at 29 to the Titans slightly, but who got Becton? He said Becton went 4th. That's a surprise to me. Mekhi Becton at 4th overall is a do what moment. Like what? Like that little meme or GIF you see. But I mean, so actually he's asking that. Let me flip it over to there so you can see it. So real quick overview. You got these two should be that. Joe Burrows, Chase Young, Jeffrey Okudah, the best cornerback easily in the draft. Mekhi Becton went 4th. Gallimore goes first. Gallimore did not go first. I'm not high on him. A lot of people are, but I mean that's just my opinion. Everyone can have their own opinion. I mean, let's just go over that. And I mean that's how we see it as of now. I mean, things in 2 weeks could be totally different. But any other things to add before we? And I guess people wanted us to do a second round next week or tomorrow. It ain't gonna be tomorrow. I'll say that.
Yeah. Maybe next time we'll just do a Bucs only draft where we can do 3 rounds.
That's true.
Let the other teams go auto draft. But yeah, I mean we'll we'll definitely do another one of these. Probably once we get closer to the draft, maybe the week of the draft, and really break it down even more. So, but yeah, this was just something fun we wanted to do, and thanks to everyone who joined us, and we appreciate the comments in the chat as always.
Then one last question. TB Teams 4 said, which running back would you take for this offense? Also,
That's a great
Teams
question.
4, just to let you know, if you don't know, we got a YouTube. Hopefully you're on YouTube watching this. So go check our latest videos and see what running back we did do a film study about. I may give you a little insight into that, but I'll let Plus take the question.
Yeah, just I recommend seeing that video. That pretty much tells you, who we think is a perfect fit. First name is Clyde, so and plays for LSU, if that gives you any hint. But yeah, I think there's a lot of good backs in this class that would fit the offense. I think Cam Akers would be a good fit. I think, J.K. Dobbins, Jonathan Taylor. All those guys, I think, would be excellent fits.
To me, anyone who can catch a ball right now.
Right.
Unless Rojo takes yet another big step forward. He did last year. He still got to improve pass blocking and catching ability. But the dude's looking yoked. I'll give him that. But, we still need another running back, in my opinion. You can't just have one bell cow nowadays. You have to have a two-headed monster. And I think there's going to be a running back taken. Please, God, don't let it be first round. I'm just basing that off of logic. But I agree. The running back we did a YouTube video on earlier would be a likely pick. I would just say anyone who can catch a ball and can block on third downs. Give Brady another option. Damn, we got Tom Brady, guys. Think about that. Just saying.
Yeah, it's real.
And then, I don't know who this name is, Plus, but give me an answer. What are your thoughts on Ben Barch?
Okay, he's talking about the offensive lineman, small school guy.
Oh,
yeah,
the big ball guy.
Yeah, I think again he's a guy that has potential upside. I'll be honest, I haven't watched much of his tape, but I've heard really good things about him, and I think that could be a potential fit. Later in the draft if the Bucs don't take a offensive tackle early in round 1.
Yeah, Plus is going to give you the info on that because I didn't know anything about him. He's the one that told me about him. But one last question. Doug O'Connor said, where is Gibson going, third or fourth round? I want to take this real quick because I actually really like him. Runs great routes. Memphis has like a damn running back school. The dude does a little bit of everything. I think he's going to go higher than fourth. I think he'll go third, maybe back of second round, just based on his ability to run routes. This NFL that we are in now likes to push the ball. I can see a team taking a risk on him earlier. Back of second, early third would probably be the latest, I would say. I would not think he goes in the fourth round. Plus, he ran really well, I believe. Damn, there's a lot more questions. Never mind, we can't get out. Beef Tongue said, would Higgins be a good slot guy? I think he's just too big. What do you think?
Yeah, he's talking about T. Higgins from Clemson.
I'm surprised he didn't go first round. He has very high potential.
Yeah, I don't think he would be an overall fit for the slot. I think he's best outside where he can use his body, and make contested catches. I think that's where he fits best. So yeah, I want to see Higgins as an option.
Just to me, T. Higgins is too big. He's more of an outside receiver. Let him go. Let him create down the field. And then Doug O'Connor said that Memphis running back Gibson, he did the combine as a wide receiver. He did, but I still see him as he can play both. Just say, Tariq Cohen, didn't he do it as a wide receiver? He plays both.
Yeah, I think he ended up doing both. So
I that's just my take, but I think he should stay at running back just to have the capability of being a wide receiver. If he does a true wide receiver, then he's falling. I'll say that. But other than that, yeah, TV Teams 4 said, come on, Mark, check your sheets. Yeah, I got to check them a little bit more. But, yeah, as we get closer to the draft, there's going to be a lot more draft studies, draft breakdown going on. More fun stuff like this. Hope you guys liked it. Other than that, anything else you want to add, Plus?
No, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for checking us out. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Also, yeah, feel free to comment like if you want a certain player to take a look at, and we'll add it to our list of breakdowns. So that's another great way of getting to us and letting us know who you want to take a closer look at, so we can break it down better for you.
Yeah. Well, with that said, everyone have a good night and go Bucs. Done.